9:31. We're back to the show here. It's the link being brought to you by Calvo Enterprises and IT&E. A guest in the Zoom room. I guess we'll go ahead and jump in there with Andy Wheeler, Sabrina Salas, Matt Tanani. Welcome to the show.
All right, thanks, guys. On the link here, we've been talking a lot off the air about all the Christmas lights we've been seeing, all the submissions that we've gotten, and something about this year. People have just taken those decorations to the next level, and it's amazing to see. So keep those submissions coming into all our social media. And for years now on my show, every year we have someone from Harvest come on the show and talk about their festival, their Christmas light setup. And this year is no different. We've got Brian joining us here. Now, Brian, you guys over there at Harvest take a lot of pride in your Christmas display and the celebration. This year, the Festival of Lights had to kind of change it a little bit because of the pandemic. So you guys, you're definitely proud of it, and you're always adding new things to the festival. So tell us what you have this year.
Well, half a day, Andy. You're exactly right. Festival of Lights has kind of become a staple around the island. We usually bring in a couple thousand people. We have food trucks. We do a free carnival. We did a snowball fight last year. And with COVID, all of that kind of went out the window. But from the very beginning, we knew that didn't mean that Festival of Lights had to stop. We had to be creative. Self-admittedly, we're on probably plan 7.4 of how we put this together. We've been working with DPHSS, been working with the community. Our goal going into our event was that we would have a fun, family, safe experience. And every single one of those, we knew that we had to do an excellent job on, else it wouldn't be worth it. And I think what the island's going to see this weekend on the 18th, 19th, and 20th is exactly that. They're going to see a program of excitement and expertise with our volunteers. And it's going to be, I personally think, I'm a little biased, I think it's going to be the best thing on island this year.
Obviously, you're pretty proud of it over there, and I can actually see it from my house. I live close to Harvest, and every night, look out the window, boom, I see the lights. So you're definitely ready for it. But this Festival of Lights is not just a bunch of Christmas lights. Okay, look at the lights. You guys have kind of an interactive display, or what's going on there with your actors?
Yeah, well, if I can, I would like to show you a couple pictures so you can get kind of the
Absolutely.
feel of it here. So I'm gonna share my screen. What we're doing is Festival of Lights. We're calling it the Christmas Experience. Can you all see that?
Yes.
Yes.
We're doing a living nativity drive-through that spans most of our campus. If you've ever been on the campus of Harvest Ministries, it's a larger campus. It allows us to spread a lot of things out. But our goal for the event is literally to have you go to the very first Christmas, to walk through what it looked like, what Bethlehem looked like. And we've really gone through particulars for this event. The first thing that you're going to get to see when you go on is a Jewish synagogue. We have our Jewish priests in garb and robes. We have the old Jewish instruments, the shofar. Our goal is to accomplish every single one of your senses except for touch for this event. You're gonna smell temple senses with it. We have different smells that are becoming, which would have been found in the original temple. You're going to hear the sounds. We have the old Jewish instruments, the shofars. We have the old clothing. You're going to see over 60 individuals, or right around 60, dressed in garb that would have been there during the first century. A lot of study went into this. A lot of resources went into this. This is kind of a layout of what the event's going to look like, and I'll just highlight a couple of them. You start off by going into our synagogue. As you go down, you're kind of going into the city area of Bethlehem. There's a Jewish well. We have some ladies that will be drawing water. A couple of our older kids will be helping out with that as well. We have a shop and bakery. They're going to try to sell you chickens as you drive by. We have a potter and a carpenter. We have an actual pottery wheel. Someone will be throwing pots right there, as well as old Jewish carpentry tools. We have a great press. We have a couple of our ladies from the Bible College here. They're going to be in garb, stomping grapes in a press that we made. Candle making's going on. And of course, we have the shepherds in the field. And it's going to kind of come to the climax when you come to the living nativity at that. A little bit of a sad news. We had some goats we were going to have out there, but one of the goats got pregnant. So the goat's not coming, but we got a carabao coming. That's our one area we're straying a little bit from biblical accuracy. We'll have
you could have just said it was an immaculate conception with the goat. That would have fit right.
It is. I'm excited. You guys are just going to have to stop me because we're so excited for this. We think we've accomplished a fun, safe thing. And if anything right now, our island needs hope. Our island needs something for encouragement. And if we can accomplish that in a fun, safe way, we're going to do it.
Yeah, and every year that I have someone from Harvest on the show to talk about it, the excitement that the entire staff and all the students have for this event, you know, you can just really feel it. You can sense the passion, and obviously the reason for the season is what you're all celebrating up there.
That's exactly right. I mean, I think a lot of people forget, we kind of have this image of what the first Christmas looked like, but an accurate portrayal of the scriptures, the first Christmas was very, very messy. I mean, it was a young Jewish girl who had to leave her family, her friends, all of her security. She had a message from God that she was with child. If she went to the community and said, listen, the Holy Spirit put a child in me, she would run the risk of being persecuted, even stoned to death for blasphemy. So the community probably pushed her away. Espoused to a man. We don't know how much she knew Joseph, according to how they would pair up, husband and wife back in that time. And then she had to leave on a 70-mile journey from Nazareth to Bethlehem, only to be in Bethlehem for some period of time and about to give birth, and there wasn't even a spot for her. And so I think one of the messages that we're trying to communicate this year is we understand that this year is messy for people. There's a lot of questions. The greatest story that was ever told, the greatest truth that ever happened began with tax season. It was taxes that led them. So whatever financial problems, whatever difficulties we're going through, we can connect to the historical events of the birth of Christ. And at the end of all of that, a baby cried and hope came into the world. John 3:16 says that God loved us so much, he gave his only begotten son. Whoever believes on him would not perish, but have everlasting life. The best present ever given to man was the baby Jesus, to grow, become a man, and to die for our sins. And we want everyone coming to walk away with a message of hope. There's going to be laughter, there's going to be fun, but our desire is that people would walk away being inspired at the message of Jesus Christ.
So are we going to be allowing the heckling of the centurions, or are we going to leave them alone?
I'm glad you mentioned that, Andy, because so for our traffic, we have 8 men dressed as Roman centurions. They're controlling the traffic, and we've asked them to be in character. The Roman centurions weren't the nicest guys in the world. I remember as a child, we would go to a restaurant in Chicago called Ed DeVevick's, and they would train the waitresses to act mean, and that was part of the beauty of the actual event. And in this event, the centurions are going to be a little pushy. If you're taking too long in a spot, they're going to push your car along. We did see, we saw the events of trick or treat during the island, and there was a lot of long car lines, a lot of waiting. So we've really done a lot of research. That's why we're doing 3 days of this. We have different plans depending on how long the traffic is, of how fast the tours are. So we're ready to go. We have numerous different plans set up to make it a great experience.
Yeah, again, the dates are the December 18th through the 20th, and you're looking at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. You guys kind of being a little flexible as far as that goes, like you said, depending on traffic?
Yeah, exactly. We have a couple different plans in place depending on the traffic flow. We always want to be a blessing to our neighbors. We know there's people that live there, and if we do something, there's some cars, so we have some backup plans to help assist with that. We really just appreciate the community here and putting us in Toto Mighty to be a blessing here.
So we're looking forward to it. Festival of Lights, again, happening December 18th, 19th, and 20th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Drive through, bring the whole family because, yeah, as you're sharing the images there, the pottery, it's going to be a great display, kind of a living display that we're all looking forward to. And in this year, we absolutely need some brightness and a little bit of hope there that you guys are helping provide.
Thank you, Andy. I really appreciate the opportunity to get to share. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Brian.
Well, always a pleasure having you on. We're looking forward to it. Bree, you gonna drive through up
I
here? Check out the
definitely
lights?
am. I'm going to take my son, and we're going to go stroll.
You let us
I can
know.
see
We'll
it
give
from
you
my
a
balcony,
Centurion
so I think
escort.
I'm gonna have to.
Well, thanks again, Brian. Merry Christmas.